Hello from me and hello from Libby. Today I'm going to show you how I teach Libby a new trick called spin. Now spin's not really a practical trick, but it's something that Libby does anyway, so I wanted to give it a word, give it an action and make it so that she can do it on command. I'll show you this process day by day as we get better and better, and eventually she learns how to do a spin on command. So day one of training, I use these Eduke snacks as an incentive for Libby to do her tricks. They're not her favourite treat, but they are easy to split up so I can get several treats out of one treat, and they're enough to motivate her to want to try at least. So the first time we try the command, I tell her spin, show her what I wanted to do, and success right off the bat. But it turned out that first time was a fluke because I tried to do the same thing and every time she just kept sitting down. So I needed to try a different way of communicating the spin to her. At this point, she hadn't been succeeding, so I gave her some commands she knew. We practiced drop, and then we got right back into spin, and she just kept sitting down. I couldn't work out how to explain to her that I wanted her to spin like that first time. You can see here she's trying different things. She knows that I want her to do something, but she just can't quite work out what I want her to do. So again, because we're not having any success, we do drop, she succeeds, and we keep trying. Finally, we had a breakthrough when I worked out that I could walk around in a circle and have her follow me, and she didn't sit down, so that was great. I quickly rewarded her, told her good girl, and we practiced a few more times. Now at this point she starts scratching and getting distracted, so I realized that her attention is gone for today and that's the end of our session. But that's fine, we got somewhere at least. Day 2 I start out confidently with no treats, and that quickly works out to nothing. Libby is not interested in doing tricks for nothing. I pulled out the high reward treats and that got her attention. These are kangaroo treats and she does not want to take her eyes off them. At first the treats were a little bit too distracting and she was trying to do anything to get them. But once I worked out to move my arm really slowly, then we were really getting there. At this stage I'd worked out how to show Libby what I wanted her to do, and she'd worked out what I wanted her to do, so we just practiced over and over and over, going quite slowly. All this repetition was really helping enforce the command, and Libby was having a good time because she was having success. So round and round and round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. At this stage, Libby had had enough. She was getting distracted, she was sniffing around, looking around, so that was fine. We finished training and I gave her a nice big pat. On day 3, after our success the day before, I thought, let's try some training without treats. And it really didn't work. She paid attention for a second and then started rolling on her back and she ran away at one point, so it was time to bring out the snacks. And once I had her attention, we could practice spin. So on day 3, we just did this trick over and over and over again, and that really nailed that training from the day before. At one point during the training, she decided it would be funny to just lie down and watch me move around. She can be a very funny dog, and I almost think it was payback for me asking her to do the same thing over and over again. But anyway, day 3 was just repetition, 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 and then we were done. On the 4th and final day, we did training with no treats, and that worked out really well. She showed that she could remember what the trick was and do it on command. At one point she did invent a new move, which I suppose you could call rollover, and that's not a trick I've ever taught her, So maybe that's something I could teach her to do on command in the future. But we'll see. But overall, day 4, successful, and we finished with the up command, which is one of her favourite tricks to do. Yeah! Now, the real test is going to be, can she do it right now on command? So what I'll do is turn the camera around, we'll go over there, and hopefully she can do it. Let's see. Spin. Good girl. Spin. 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 Good girl. Kinda. So apparently she's not really in the mood, but it's a work in progress, and it's one of those things that every day we'll just keep practicing it and eventually she'll be able to do it on command. But for now, we've gotten somewhere and we've had a lot of fun. It's a great way to hang out with your dog, and she gets to learn something new. If you've got a dog and they like to spin, why not give it a crack? If you want to come and find me and come and find Libby on social media, we're on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. And if you want to give this video a comment or a like, that would be fantastic. Also, to see more of my videos, please hit that subscribe button. And that's it from me. Until next time, see ya! Now the real test is going to be,